Some of this Tristan's doing.
I was hanging out with
Of Tristan and Cody after.
Hi, Cody.
it. How you guys doing?
Good, and you?
Fantastic.
Hi, Tristan.
Good morning. Happy Halloween.
You too.
Wow, just wearing orange? It's in the spirit. Okay. Transportation grant. Do you want to sign? You want me to run over anything? What do you?
Didn't we already go over it?
Pretty much. I mean, I haven't changed any budget request. I kept it within what we've been doing. I just moved some numbers around a little bit to accommodate for higher driver wages since we've had plenty in fuel budgeted and whatnot, so I just kind of moved numbers around, but I've been staying within what we've been requesting, so that should make them happy. We could go up to a 10% increase, but I didn't feel where we haven't been exceeding our budget or anything like that we should be fine. So I guess the first thing, did you approve the September 30th?
Yeah, they're right here.
They're right there. Okay, then I won't need this. So this is the funding letter that you've budgeted the amount for transportation for 25, and then that we have the funds amount in there for a replacement vehicle. Of course, that did go up. I do have that number if you'd like to see what the vans are at. So I applied for a full-size van with a lift, which currently that's went up to $125,000. So they add a 10% continuancy on that, and then so our 20% is what's listed there is the 27.5. So they did go up. I think last year it was like 98 is what they were at, so it has went up substantially. Now this does not guarantee that we will get one. It's just we're requesting.
You said
So-
27.5 is our part.
Yes, is our 20% for the
Okay.
for the replacement. Yeah. And then
And then we sell the other one?
that's up to you guys at the time, so you can start thinking about that. We can keep it, we can sell it, we can, give it back, It's right at 97,000 miles, so we're still under that 100,000 mark. I was really hoping we would hit it by the time we applied for our grant, but we're not quite there. But, so I assume probably by the end of the year, it'll be really close to 100,000. We've been putting on about 500 to 1,100 miles, depending how many trips back and forth to Bird City we make in a month. So there, last month we were making, and one day we made 6 trips back and forth to Bird City. We had people going to PT, physical therapy for stuff, so kept my drivers very busy. But they were all very appreciative of our service. So,
Good.
Brett, you get to be the lucky one and sign all of these.
Oh, boy.
So I'll give you those two, and then I'll just give you each page. So these are the certificates and assurances, all the stuff that's required, and we meet everything, so it's just
You guys all good? Roger, you're all good with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the total budget for the year on that?
yeah, hold on just a second.
Is that the only place on this one?
Yeah, just turn them, sign there, and then there's a couple more pages, and then you'll have another one.
Sure, so do we need a motion? Or was that what was done on the 30th?
That was the Title VI, so we probably should go ahead and make a motion just so that we have it, that you guys do approve to apply for the 25-26. Well, you approved the Title VI on the 30th, so I think at that time I told you I was working on the grant, but I don't think you officially approved me to go ahead and apply for it. So here's the budget. It's these 2 pages, so we ask for for that amount, the 50,454. But then that's an 80-20 plus our 10%. So 80 federal, 20 state for operations. And then the administrative is not as much.
So
think
this
it's there
doesn't have
too.
a van in it yet.
So the 27.5 is our 10% of replacement of the van. Because it's an
The county-
80,
The county's 10%.
yes. Here, you can see those numbers here, Roger. There's the van replacement numbers. Okay, right. Are you listening and signing at the
Yeah,
same
I'm
time?
listening.
Okay,
I'm making sure we've
yeah, I'll flip
done
back
everything.
through
This
it.
is the Title VI, so.
So what do we need in the motion?
To apply for the 25, yeah, for the 25-26 grant.
I move we apply for the 25 grant.
For-
Do you need a total amount on it? From the state of the Kansas Department of Transportation.
And it's also the federal.
What's that one? Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 25-26 grant. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
This one is, oh, that we're in a CTD 8. Yes, we are. We're good standing
What
with
did you
our,
call that? A TDCD 8?
our CTD 8, so that's our district. We're in District 8
Okay.
for Northwest Kansas District. It's one of the, one more bigger district. I know, it's, if you don't want to sign this, I can do an authorization and you can authorize someone else to do it, but it doesn't take us very long. I'll go through and get them all back in order.
I feel like I'm doing something for Medicare.
Well, it is a federal grant, so there you go.
Okay.
All right, anybody else want to look at
Yes,
this?
I do.
I say I can give you, if you want, what we, here. I do have some letters from writers if you want to read those. I do have our other supporting letters. I think I have. I guess I didn't, I just saved it, I didn't print it. The budget, our actual expenses for like say 23, because we're not quite, so their year runs the actual fiscal year, July to June. So it's kind of a split year for us when we're working with the budgets. Okay. Guess I don't need. They did make it where your transportation managers have to be certified now. So I did go ahead and get my certification for that to be able to apply for the grant. So just so you're aware. Oh, I guess here it is. Here's what the 20, where we ended up 23. I don't know if that probably won't. So here's what we actually spent overall. So then this would be, oh no, that's our revenue, what we brought in. And then these are our actual expenses.
Okay.
And that's our revenue that we brought in. You can see what we
So
get
then-
from federal, like our matches and our, because this shows your transfer for 23. The 24 transfer hasn't, I don't think it's went in yet, but we're not done with 24, so.
Right. Okay.
Pass it. I mean, we stay busy, the drivers stay
Yeah,
busy.
It's neat.
You know, some days are more than others, but most everybody is very appreciative
The
of our
drivers-
service and,
Drivers are more than helpful with people.
Oh, yes.
Watching with my mom, so
yeah.
we got a good group. And you said that one was an RCTD 8, right?
So our central transit district for Northwest Kansas, we're in 8. So that includes all the way like Hayes and kind of north and then west. So we have the biggest
I was
district.
gonna say, that's pretty.
But we have a lot of rural, I mean, we're all rural. So Hayes is pretty much our biggest, the biggest group or district, transportation in our district. So that includes, yeah, so. So if we were ever to try to get or correspond rides going east per se, that I would reach out to this group and say, hey, I can get them to say Colby, can anybody take them from Colby to, but so far we really haven't. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to get them there. We're just busy enough in town and in the county, so, I mean, I would love to be able to add a van or a car, but I guess my biggest thing right now is a driver. I mean, we can easily get the funds and do that, but we gotta have somebody to drive it, so, all right. Anything else?
No, thank you for what you're
All right,
doing.
thank you.
All right.
How you guys doing?
Good, you?
Good.
If you remember around the first year, we talked about the budget and how I couldn't get certain things because of supply chain issues, things like that. A lot of that's changed and there's a lot of stuff that we can get now. I have been waiting till towards the end of the year to see how my budget was doing before I just went and ordered stuff. I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up officially that next month when invoices start rolling in, you guys know what I'm doing. I'm making up for a lot of the stuff that we couldn't get in the past. I do have the budget money to purchase it, but it's gonna appear as if I'm going on a shopping spree, and I want you guys to have a heads up of what was going on as those vouchers and stuff came through. For example, we did order, I put the order in last night for the PBTs and the testing equipment for PBTs, things like that we just haven't been able to get that we need. There's some evidence collection stuff, things like that we put on hold. I still have no word on the final touch of the Motorola radio project to go encrypted to meet federal standards. I don't know when that equipment's gonna show up. If it has not shown up, by the time it's time for me to do transfer, I'm gonna ask to transfer that money into next year, like we did the previous year. And let Motorola know, hey, if you send me a bill this year, it's not getting paid till after January. I waited on you for 18 months, you can wait on me a couple months. So if we haven't heard word by that time, I am gonna do a transfer for that. And I'll do my transfer for I believe the equipment reserve transfer that happens automatically, but I'll confirm that with Don. Then the rest will go into the equipment, or the general, as we do for emergency funding. So, I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. I would like to take 5 minutes of executive session to talk about non-elected personnel.
I so moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded for executive session, 5 minutes for non-elected personnel. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed.